Alright, so today we are going to be doing lesson number 20, which is just a coordinate grid refresh. And that basically is going to be information that comes from math that you guys have already talked about, you've used during the math. And so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is we're going to talk about the coordinate grid. There are 4 quadrants. This one, here we go. So quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now when we talk specifically about finding speed, we're going to be using distance divided by time. So when we calculate speed, all we care about is quadrant number 1. So let's talk specifically about quadrant number 1. And we have this part right here. What's that part called? That's right, that part is called the origin. That is where our x and our y-axis meet. So down here on the bottom we have our x-axis. Over here on this side we have our y-axis. And for time and distance graphs, remember this is what we're trying to figure out. We want to know our speed, which is distance divided by time. It can also be calculated as distance divided by time. It can also be distance divided by time. So remember, each one of those formulas is going to work for us. So let's go back here to our x and y axis. Along the bottom, we're going to have our time. So we'll have 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we might consider this, because it's time, it might be seconds, could be minutes, might be hours. Okay. Could even be years in some cases when we're talking about geology and how slow plate tectonics move. Okay. Over here on our y-axis is going to be our distance. Now our distance, just for this example, I'm just going to put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, and I'm going to call this centimeters. But our distances could be anything from centimeters to meters, kilometers, inches, miles. Okay, all of those things are going to be our units of measurement. So I'm going to clean this out real quick and then we'll do one last quick review. So this point here, what is it called? That's right, it's the origin. And the axis along the bottom, that is our x-axis. All right, we'll start out with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to call this one time in seconds. Okay. Along our y-axis over here, what do we have? Hopefully distance is what you just said to yourself. And for today's example, we're just going to go 5, 10, 15, and 20. We're going to do it in centimeters. All right. So let's say our first data point happens to fall. After 1 second, we went 10 centimeters, and after 2 seconds, we went 20 centimeters. So we're going to make a line here that showcases our data point's a little bit off right there, so I'm going to move that over some. There we go. All right. So now you can see after 1 second, we went 10 centimeters. After 2 seconds, we went 20 centimeters. So we want an ordered pair for this right here. Now our ordered pair is found in XY, just like this. So what would our ordered pair be for 1 second? Hopefully you put 1, 10. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do it for 2 seconds. So what is our ordered pair for this one right here? Hopefully you put 2 and 20. Okay, so this is how we're going to remember to use our coordinate grid, use the right lingo, talk about the origin, talk about x-axis and y-axis. Make sure we understand our ordered pair components. And that's our end of our lesson 20.